Hi, Ella. My name is Kelly. I'm going to be your nurse today. Do you mind if we talk about what brought you here?
Hi, yeah, my parents brought me here. Them and some of my other family members are worried about how much I've been smoking and want me to stop. I thought about quitting before, but I never followed through with it because it was too hard for me.
Why do you think they are concerned about your smoking?
They're concerned that it will affect my grades, relationships, and my future. I don't know. I don't really see the big deal about smoking. I know I smoke a lot, but it's not like I'm going to die from it.
Can you tell me what you smoke exactly and how often?
I smoke weed every day after my classes and on the weekends with my friends.
When did you start smoking?
It kind of started summer before my freshman year of college. I smoked occasionally with my friends. They said it'd be cool, so I had to start doing it.
It sounds like you spend a lot of time with your friends. Do you think if your friends didn't start smoking, you wouldn't have either?
No, I feel like I probably started anyway. Before trying weed, I heard it relieves people's stress, which is another reason why I wanted to try it. I was so stressed out about starting college, and smoking really mellowed me out.
So what I hear you saying is that you would have started smoking as it helps you cope with stress. Is that correct?
I guess you could say that. It has really helped me with the start of school. I don't feel stressed about any of my classes now.
Do you believe that smoking is affecting your day-to-day life at home or school?
The only thing I've noticed is my parents are constantly bothering me about smoking, but I made so many friends at school because everyone does it here, so I don't think it's a problem.
College is a big adjustment. How is everything going academically? Tell me about your classes and how that's going.
I do okay. I did better in high school. I'm not totally motivated to go to classes, and my professors don't take attendance, so that might be part of the problem.
So, on the one hand, smoking has helped relieve some of your stress, as well as gave you a chance to make more friends at school. And on the other hand, smoking has affected your grades at school and caused you not to attend classes as often.
Yeah, thinking more about smoking has contributed to a lot that's been happening lately.
Have you noticed any correlation between your increased smoking and motivation?
I haven't really thought about it, but I can see where you might think that. I never really smoked in high school because I was part of the lacrosse team and I could have gotten kicked off. I think I did generally good in school because I was in all the higher level classes.
Do you think these changes may be why your parents are worried about you and your smoking habits?
Well, they saw my grades for my semester and they weren't too happy. I had to drop 2 of my classes because I was failing them and I only just passed my other ones. They said that college is too important and expensive for me to do poorly.
Suppose you don't stop smoking. What is the worst thing you think that might happen?
I guess my parents will stop paying for my college and I'll probably have to drop out, which isn't what I want.
It sounds like that is a spot both you and your parents don't want to be in. Looking at it from if you decided to quit, what is the best thing you could imagine that could result from this?
Well, I would be able to go back to school and my parents wouldn't be disappointed in me, which would be nice.
If you were to stop smoking, how would your life be different from what it is today?
My grades will probably go up considering I didn't ever go to class because I spent that time smoking instead. I'd also probably join a sports team as I always liked being part of one in high school.
Those are both great points you made and definitely something positive to think about. Well, I'm here to talk more if you want, if you would like, and our team's here to help support you every step of the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I might take you up on that.
Ella is in the contemplation stage of the trans-theoretical model. At the beginning of the interview, Ella acknowledged that her smoking behaviors have contributed to the negative aspects of her life, but it didn't seem like she was very worried about it. However, towards the end of the interview, Ella was beginning to understand how her smoking habits have resulted in negative consequences, such as putting a strain on her relationship with her parents, as well as contributing to her poor academic performance in school. Ella was engaged throughout the discussion and described both the pros and the cons of smoking. Additionally, after asking Ella how her habits can be improved, she expressed healthy lifestyle choices from a social, physical, and intellectual perspective. Having Ella reflect on the positive aspects of quitting smoking provided her with the opportunity to visualize a hopeful future with stronger relationships and an overall improvement in quality of life. So just to debrief, after asking Ella if she would be open to the conversation of what brought her here, the nurse was able to gather a lot of information about Ella and her point of view. Ella's parents brought her in as they're concerned about her smoking behaviors and how they're influencing her decision-making, and they're nervous about what will happen to her future if this behavior continues. The nurse utilized motivational interviewing strategies such as open-ended questions, and reflective listening to understand the impact of marijuana. Throughout the interview, Ella opened up to the nurse and discussed how marijuana has been beneficial in that it has reduced her stress and helped contribute to her social life through making more friends at college. However, she was able to identify the harmful impacts smoking has had on her class attendance, grades, and relationships with relatives. The nurse was able to transition the conversation to elicit change talk by provoking extremes into the conversation as she asked Ella what would be the worst thing that could happen if she continued to smoke and what would be the best thing if she decided to stop. Ella was open to this discussion and started to see that the benefits that can result in her life if she were to stop smoking. Ella identified alternative lifestyle modifications she could make, such as joining a sports team, which is something she had enjoyed being a part of in the past before she ever started smoking. Following the interview, the nurse identified goals with Ella, such as getting acclimated with a club sports team, joining more clubs at school, and utilizing counseling resources on campus as ways to get physical activity in, meet new people, and manage stress. Lastly, the nurse educated Ella about marijuana and the risk factors. Creating nursing interventions in the follow-up plan that focus on achieving these goals is a great start to help Ella visualize a future that does not involve smoking.
Hi, Ella. My name is Kaylee, and I'm going to be your nurse for today. I see you were here a week ago because your parents were concerned about your smoking habits. So just to start, when was the last time you smoked marijuana?
I smoked a couple days ago, but it made me feel so guilty. All I could think about was how this has affected my parents and how it could affect my future.
Is there anything that appears to correlate with your urge to smoke?
Yeah, when I feel really overwhelmed at school, I feel like I resort to smoking as has helped me in the past.
That's great that you're able to identify what makes you feel the need to smoke again. And this is something we can work on by coming up with more ways to manage your stress. I see that last time you were here, you discussed with Nurse Kelly some goals to help reduce your smoking habits before your next visit. How has that been?
It has been good. I joined the lacrosse team at school, which has been good so far. It keeps me active and distracts me for a little while when I'm feeling stressed, but at times I feel like it's not enough.
Are there any changes you have made to reduce your smoking?
Well, I realize that all my friends want to do is smoke weed, and it really has affected my life negatively in a short amount of time. I wanted to remove myself from this group so I don't negatively affect my future. I decided it would be easier for me to quit smoking.
I would most definitely agree that peer groups have a lot of impact on your behavior and outlook. Can you describe what you're doing to form new relationships?
Because I was an athlete in high school, I joined club lacrosse. A lot of the girls on the team have really similar interests as me, so they are just fun to be around. I don't feel the urge to smoke when I'm around them, nor can I because it is against the team policy to use substances. I also joined a few other clubs on campus just to get to know more people.
That's really great to hear. You really seem to be making progress by getting acclimated on campus. I know that making new friends can be stressful. How has this affected your stress level?
It has been hard to branch out, but everyone on the team has been really nice. We go to study hall together, so I've been trying to focus on school more. It's been a little stressful trying to balance school, new friends, and playing a sport, though.
Are the strategies you are using helping to manage your stress?
Last time I was here, the nurse suggested that I try counseling on campus, which has been helpful. I've only gone twice, but it was a good experience, and they really helped when I needed to talk to someone.
That's great. You have been taking steps to avoid smoking, so it sounds like you're doing good with these ways to manage your stress. But you may be looking for some new strategies.
Yes, I would like to be able to have some more strategies I can use next time when I'm stressed so I don't revert back to smoking. What do you suggest would be good skills for me?
Continuing to stay involved with the lacrosse team and clubs you've joined are both great ways to help manage your stress. Counseling is another great way to continue to help manage your stress. There are many other strategies we can talk about to relieve stress, such as meditation and yoga. There are free classes available on college campuses, and there are also some really easy apps that you can download on your phone that can help guide you if that's something you're interested in doing.
I've never done meditation or yoga before, but I'm open to trying it.
That's great. Both of these activities can help manage your stress more and help you continue taking steps forward. How do you view yourself now that you have made a change in your life?
I'm really proud of myself. I feel as though I'm managing my stress in a healthier manner. I'm also happy because my parents have even commented on my improvement. It's validating to know that I'm not a disappointment to them, and I feel like I'm no longer a disappointment to myself.
I'm glad to hear that you're proud of yourself and that you see an improvement in yourself, because that's what matters the most.
Ella is now in the action stage of the trans-theoretical model as she understands the impact smoking has had on her life and is ready to make a change. In addition, Ella identified during the interview that stress is a major factor that has led her to smoke. She expresses to the nurse her motivation to make a change in her life as she is actively seeking and practicing coping methods to help manage stress and decrease her smoking. Ella has made a major change in her mindset as she shows motivation to manage her stress by utilizing strategies and resources that don't involve smoking. She discusses in the interview how she has achieved previous goals from her last visit, such as joining the lacrosse team and clubs. In addition, Ella has been utilizing counseling resources. Although Ella smoked a few days prior to her visit, she identified that her increased stress caused her to resort to smoking. Ella came into the visit seeking more strategies that can help her cope with stress. The nurse helped Ella think about incorporating relaxation techniques such as meditation and yoga to help manage her stress. In addition, the nurse is helping Ella implement a plan that encourages her to continue the progress she maintained from her previous goal, as well as incorporating more interventions, such as the relaxation techniques that can help her manage her stress more effectively. The goal is for Ella to use these strategies instead of turning to smoking.